It's your nigga Delvin. Delvin's Room. I got some topics for y'all ass tonight. The Gilbert Arenas snitch on hip hop. First topic. Cooking with Kaya. They say she took a Dubai trip and that might have led to some Dubai poop. Ugh. We're gonna talk about this shit right here. It's your nigga Delvin. Delvin's Room. Appreciate everybody that's been fucking with me as of late. Be right back. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Back up in this bitch. Back up in this bitch. Back up in this bitch. The other night, man. Real shit been going down, bro. It's a lot of shit been going down, bro. Give me a second. I'm finna clock in with y'all at, man. I'm finna get into some things, man. Yeah, man. Bruh. So, let's get into it, man. Let's not even waste no more time. So, your man Gilbert Arenas, right? We all know he got jammed up like a fucking month ago, I think it is by now. He got jammed up a month ago, right? He got caught up in some type of gambling shit, right? And people remember when that shit happened, right? And Gilbert went in jail and then he came out like fucking 2 hours later or some shit, right? Got jammed up, got out. That nigga went on and did an interview. Gilbert straight up said, I'm snitching on niggas, y'all. I ain't playing with nobody, I'm snitching, right? Gilbert let their ass know, I'm snitching, bro. I'm telling to get up out this bitch, right? So we didn't know what that would eventually manifest into, right? Now we know what that shit done manifested into, dog. Like, Gilbert has told on the whole fucking NBA. Because Gilbert must have been, I don't want to say he was doing the same thing as everybody's been accused, but this nigga must have told him something, and now this shit done led to something else, bruh. Because some of the situations, bruh, this shit sound crazy as fuck, man. Some of this shit sound crazy. But Gilbert Arenas is admitting to snitching on Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones. You feel me? I just made a little illustration. He let him know, and he's been fucking trolling online, bruh. This nigga has been trolling online like, nigga, I am snitching on these niggas. I don't give a fuck. So he's been trolling online and shit like that. He been reposting this shit. So Gilbert's not hiding that he told on niggas because, of shit happened. Hold up. This something that just happened right now. Let y'all hear this shit.
What did Rachel Nichols do again? She used my video and she actually wrote that I possibly snitched.
Oh shit.
Oh, outrageous. Like listen, I'm going to troll with the best of them. But to ask that question, because then it makes me really want to, like, first of all, two of them niggas is gambling on NBA. One is throwing poker games and robbing his friends. Ain't got shit to do with me. I'm going to chill on this nigga.
So Gilbert is saying, Gilbert is like, I'm trolling, but he might not have actually told. Which I kind of didn't believe that Gilbert had really anything to do with their cases. But the shit with Chauncey Billups, with both of them, bro, this shit is kind of strange, bro. If y'all read that shit, if you read the fucking story, like, bruh, the shit that they said that these niggas didn't even make sense. There was like, it's all type of fucking shit. People talking about this shit. Hold up, my nigga.
It's working for me. The FBI filled him in on that, so they chose me to come and speak to the players and try to dissuade them from getting involved with organized crime. You don't realize, gambling of nature. It raises the stakes in the competition. These guys get themselves in so much trouble. Doesn't matter how much money they make. And, let me use Michael Jordan as an example. There was a time when I said Michael had a real gambling problem because he gambles on everything. And I've witnessed it in certain cases when I was working in the NBA.
That's the ex-former mafia guy, Michael. He's talking about how NBA players are very, like, prone to being gambling holics and shit like that. I think all this shit is bullshit to a certain extent, cause, bruh, if you think about it, right? If you think about it, right? These niggas is fucking making all this money, right? I don't believe they have no time to be doing all this sophisticated shit that they say people have. Where these niggas got fucking glasses that know how to read through the cameras and shit like that. And all. I think it's bigger players at hand, and the fucking black NBA players are being used as a front. Straight up. That's what it is. I don't give a fuck who they make, man. The black NBA players are being used as a motherfucking front to be the face of this shit. Straight up. These niggas ain't have no fucking elaborate gambling session. All jokes aside, I know Gilbert was fucking, I know this nigga was fucking clowning with this shit. But at the end of the day, dog, man, they just using these niggas as a front. Because once you start seeing some of them names up there, oh yeah, the FBI they just don't want to go after the real players. Because once you start seeing mob names on them, and not just, they throw out the Italian mob. It's not just the Italian mob. They was throwing out Russians and fucking Chinese faces out there. They want to put the nigga face, boy, America's something else, boy. They don't want to throw out the real faces. They don't want to throw out the person who had the elaborate scheme. You know what I'm saying? They want to throw out the face of it. A lot of these, only thing I think these niggas, Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, Damon Jones, is fucking guilty of is being dumb enough to think that this shit ain't gonna come back to you. If you being the front man, bro, you being the front man is not gonna save your ass, dog. You being the face of some shit. I don't believe they had anything to do with the actual gambling and how it's so fucking coerced and all that shit. I don't believe they had nothing to do with that shit. But I definitely believe them niggas was dumb. They got paid some bread to host these games as a legitimate thing. But nigga, that shit ain't legitimate. You got all these fucking characters, bro. Niggas don't be knowing. Because football, athletes are not street smart, dog. That be the thing with athletes. A lot of athletes are not street smart. These niggas be athletes. They just be athletes, dog. They just know how to fucking, run routes and shit like that. These niggas don't be fucking street smart, man. You fucking with these white boys that's involved in shit. What the fuck you think finna go on, man? They only think of niggas in the hood as gangsters. Nigga, it ain't just niggas in the hood as gangsters, man. The fuck? Stupid. You know, the only niggas in the hood is gangster, man. Some of the biggest gangsters in the world gonna come at your ass with a fucking suit on. And they like to think, likes for niggas to think like that. You feel me? So let me put up a quick poll, man, while I got some motherfuckers in here. Or before motherfuckers leave. We're gonna go back to my nigga Gilbert. Cause Gilbert funny as fuck. Gilbert don't give a fuck. Gilbert is trolling about this shit, but this shit ain't really no motherfucking troll though. I'm gonna go back to that shit. Hold up. The Gilbert snitch. Shout out everybody in here. Somebody said they fuck with the fit. Appreciate you, my guy. So I just put up a quick poll for y'all, man. Do y'all feel like Gilbert Arenas snitched in this situation? Personally, Gilbert Arenas is not a street nigga, so he technically can't snitch, in my opinion, because he's not a street nigga. He's an athlete, so nigga, do what you gotta do to get up out of jail, right? I don't approve. I don't agree with taking down innocent people to get out of jail, if that's what he did, but I'm not tripping on this nigga doing what he had to do to get out of jail. I don't know if he snitched, bro. The people saying he snitched. I don't know if the man snitched, bro. You know what I mean? He's trolling about that shit, definitely. He 1000% trolling about that shit. That nigga not giving a fuck, bro. Like, cause this shit with Chauncey Billups, then this shit is a federal case. That's the whole thing. This shit is a federal case, so I mean, we all snitched before that's not. But this is a federal case. That's the crazy thing about this shit is automatically federal, dog. So it's like, damn, dog. If you Chauncey Billups and shit like that, and you never been in trouble before, and you go from never having a record to automatically a felon, that's crazy, man. That nigga went fed on the first case, bro. That's crazy. But I'm not mad at Gilbert if he did tell. I'm not mad on him because he's not a street nigga. But I just don't know why. I don't think they connected like that. I think that nigga trolling. That nigga was trolling. I don't know if because the cases wouldn't be connected. I just think these dudes in these high places, they know they can make sweet deals for these athletes. Because athletes are not street smart, dog. See, they can't do this shit with like rappers. You feel me? Because rappers are still kind of dangerous to a certain degree. You feel me? Like, rappers be having crash outs around them. So, like, you know what I mean? Rappers are not, what do you call it? Rappers are not white collar criminals. You feel me? Rappers are blue collar criminals where these niggas do dirty work. You feel me? But an athlete don't commit no crime. So these niggas is kind of like fucking green to street activity. Even if it's coming from like a white boy or some shit. These niggas just don't know no better. So you got these white boys that's in the mafia and shit like that, but they dress very nice. They don't dress like a nigga. They not finna come with jewelry and fucking earrings and shades and shit. They finna come with a nice suit, hair gelled back and shit, and talking with some sense, right? So these niggas is like, oh, he a white boy. He ain't dangerous. You feel me? Dummy, this nigga is probably the most dangerous person you gonna meet in life, bitch. You feel me? And I think that's what happened. These niggas don't be paying attention to who really be like gangster for real. And I think these niggas got caught up. Now, how much niggas don't know these niggas is really finna get caught up though. That's the crazy part. These niggas is, I'm looking at this shit, I'm like, oh shit, these niggas really finna get caught up because if you look on all the outlets, they putting these niggas as the faces of this shit, bro. These niggas are being positioned as the faces. Like, they making these niggas out to be the niggas that's like running some shit. I know for a fact, if this nigga Chauncey Billups is an NBA coach, right? There's no way this nigga had some type of elaborate fucking gambling situation going on, bro. Nah, bro. He wouldn't even have the time. He just wouldn't have the time. Like, to have all these big name people from around the world, because they was doing it to like, okay, damn dog, we gotta break this whole shit. Like, the niggas they was doing it to, right? They was doing it to like millionaires in certain places, like that you have to have access to. So this is the dude that's talking about it.
Documentary on him, and he said, I don't have a gambling problem. I have a competition problem. I'm not shocked what I see with Chauncey Billups. I'm not shocked with that player that, gave some information. I'm going to come out early in a game, and this way you can bet the under on me, and we'll split it up afterwards. I mean, this happens all the time. It hasn't changed over the past 30 years.
How do you get?
See, that's what they saying with the athletes, bro. So that was one of the mafia members from back in the days. They saying that athletes have like a real competitive nature about themselves, right? Compared to like a street rapper, right? So if you're talking about like street rappers, they kind of harder to persuade to do some dumb shit like this. But an athlete, because athletes are so competitive that fucking athletes are so competitive that they know to send these niggas to the casino. Because if you go to the casino and you're a competitive person, right, you're going to spend a lot of money, right? So you have these athletes that's having card games, poker games, dice games, and they have real money. This ain't just like niggas in the hood shooting dice for fucking $1,000, $2,000. Hell no. With some of these athletes that have these $1 million contracts, or these retired athletes that have millions of dollars put away, nigga, those games be getting up to like hundreds of thousands of dollars. So let's just keep it real. The U.S. government is gangsters. Don't ever get it twisted. The U.S. government is full of gangsters. They want a piece of that pie. If you having poker games at your house every night for $100 grand, nigga, that's 7 days a week, 700,000. Nigga, that's $2 million in a month. I need a piece of that. You feel me? That's how the government looking at it. We need a piece of that. If you running a multi-million-dollar gambling institution, yeah, we need a piece of that. And that's how the U.S. government looking at it. They need theirs. I don't agree with it. I feel like shit. If it's your property, you should be able to do it. But y'all know this, the government ain't finna play that shit. If it's too much money, like, niggas in the hood shooting dice, and that shit like $500 and shit, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck then, you feel me? Nobody gives a fuck if it's just niggas in the hood shooting dice for a couple bucks. Nobody gives a fuck. But once you got big players, man, you got dudes, you got these retired athletes, this dude got 10,000, this dude got 5,000, and then you have a whole bunch of their ass come together. Nigga, man, that shit be harder than some casinos in fucking Las Vegas. You feel me? Because you got the connections to do it. So I don't know, bro. This one gonna be interesting. I'm gonna watch this case right here. I'm gonna watch this case, how this shit play out, because I'm not stupid. I know the NBA players are just the faces of this shit. You feel me? NBA players are just the faces, dog. They are not the main components. And they ass know that. But they being blasted like they the main components, because that's just a distraction. The feds are on these people who really run this shit. So I'm looking at some of them other names. Them Russian names and them names from other countries and shit. That's where the real players at. You feel me? They can't arrest them. You feel me? It's other people that got arrested. But the people that really run this shit is like people the feds can't touch. That's why it's so interesting. So it's much deeper than some niggas in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Some coaches in the NBA. These niggas finna catch a beating, but it's deeper than that, bro. It's way deeper than that. It's your nigga Delvin's room. I want to get to another one, right? I thought this story was interesting as fuck, man. I seen this shit, man. I'm going to get to this shit. I'm going to take this poll down real quick. Cooking with Kaya. Let's get to the next topic, man. Before I get up out of here, man. Cooking with Kaya, right? So this one is interesting, right? So they say Shorty took a trip to fucking Dubai, right? They say Shorty took a trip to Dubai. Now, if you don't know who Cooking with Kaya is, let me just bring you up to date, right? Cooking with Kaya is a media influencer, right? Or as a TikTok slash Twitch influencer. And she recently took a trip to Dubai, right? And that shit was wild, right? If you know anything about these women taking trips to Dubai, they say these bitches take trips to Dubai and they get, if they attractive enough, these motherfuckers be getting, oh my God. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. These bitches be getting shit and pissed on for bread. Right? That's what they be saying happening in Dubai, right? So they saying Cooking with Kaya went to Dubai for like, they say her ass went to Dubai for like 7 months. Not 7 months. They say, what let me see what they say. They say she went over there for like 2 weeks and nobody heard from her, right? Cooking with Kaya went to Dubai for 2 weeks. So I'm finna pose this question. I'm finna put the poll up here before I get up out of here. Do y'all think she took the Dubai money? I'm finna put the poll up here, man. I'm finna put the poll up here, man. Y'all give me a second. Hold up. All right, I put the goddamn poll up there. Y'all let me know, bruh. Cooking with Kaya. She went to the Dubai trip, right? And if y'all know anything about these models that go to Dubai, right? These bitches do some foul shit if they go to Dubai. Now, you wouldn't expect this from her because she has enough money. Let me not say enough money. That's too crazy. She has enough influence that she shouldn't have to do that. So that's why people are laughing about this situation. People are speculating because I think she got like 2 million followers on TikTok. She's big on Twitch. She done been she did a TikTok University with Kasanat. So it's no way she hasn't amassed enough money that her dumb ass don't have to go take trips to Dubai and get shitted on for bread. They saying her ass did because she went there for 2 weeks and nobody never heard of her. Now I'm bringing this up because how do these bitches even get in these positions? If you got all this money, I don't know how much money she got. Let me not say all this money, but she has enough influence that she can turn that shit into millions of dollars. How do you end up in a position where you have to take a trip all the way to the fucking Middle East or Dubai, you know, do wherever Dubai at, and get shitted on? It's just a bad look, you feel me? But that's what they be on, bro. Like, it's some crazy story with these models, dog. A lot of these Instagram models that we be thinking is the shit, we be thinking is, oh, she's so innocent, she's so beautiful. People be sending cash out to these bitches and shit like that. Man, they do some foul shit over there in Dubai. They be shitting on females. Yeah, they be shitting on females in Dubai. That's the thing. You feel me? So if you ever hear of a single woman going to Dubai, you gotta ask yourself, what the fuck is she doing in Dubai? Because you already know they have strict rules for women. So a single woman going to Dubai and she coming back with all this goddamn money, bitch, I know what you did. And everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows, man. And that shit is not even a secret no more. So if she did this shit, I don't know. I don't know if she can bounce back from this shit. If she really did this shit and everybody knows, it's gonna be a bad look for her. I don't see how she bounced back from it. If you went to Dubai, everybody knows this shit. Like, this shit is no secret. Like, these bitches be doing some wild shit, bro. That's why I always tell dudes, man, don't worship these fucking Instagram models and shit like that. Like, bro, don't worship these bitches, bro. These bitches. Honestly, most dudes should just get you some game. Don't fuck. I always say, man, get you a bitch that's fucking with at a job or some shit, man. Don't get these bitches that need all this shit, bro. All these bitches that be, if she too much into designer or she's too much into fame and celebrity, dog, them bitches is no good, bro. Cause them bitches is always on the lookout for some shit. They just always focus on dumb shit and they'll sell a soul to get that shit, bro. I can't trust no bitch that are willing to, I don't know. I don't trust that shit, bro. But y'all let me know what y'all think in them comments, man. These bitches out here on some wild shit, man. Yeah, man, these bitches out here on some wild shit. But it's your nigga Delvin's Room. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me. I got some new videos on my page. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me, man. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay safe. I'm going to check with y'all to the next one. Out.